if you're watching the BBC. You should actually have a TV licence if you were listening to BBC radio as well. Because it's not just for the TV, it's the radio as well. B, what are you chewing on that for? That's not a chew toy. B, come on, leave that alone. Rat bag. Beatrix, come on, leave alone. You've got plenty of toys out there. Play with a toy instead. She's looking at me as if to say, but why, Mum? See you later, Elsie. Bye. Have a nice afternoon. So Lazy Daisy, I have a 40, I think it's a 40 or 42 inch, and I think it was 300. Let me double check for you. So I have a 43 inch smart TV, and it's no, it wasn't. No, it was 200, and it's currently 189. I paid 200 for it, but it's currently 189. Oh, hold on, is that right? Yeah, 189. But you have to look at the 24 model, not the 25 model. No, you don't need a satellite or an aerial, but you have to make sure it's a Wi-Fi TV. So you have to make sure it can get Freely, Freely, Freely. You want to see the pond? Yeah, I'll show you the pond. Hold on a minute. Hold on 1 minute while I flip the camera. And you can see that I've actually put the water fountain up. Oh, it's going to be even better over the next few years, Carla. I've got a lot of plans for the garden. A lot of ideas. Oh, Sarah, I feel like a new person compared to Friday night. I feel completely different to Friday night. I really do. Completely different. Because the sharp stabbing pain isn't there anymore. and the blood thinner is obviously working. I do sit and listen to it all day because I've got the door open. When I'm chatting with you guys. I find it really relaxing, Hayley. It definitely helps me relax. Is Alcaraz about to break back? Come on, Alcaraz. It's deuce in the 4th game of the 2nd set. Come on, Alcaraz. Out. Advantage, Sinner. What's the temperature here today? I think it's about 28. Let's have a look on my app, see if it says. It's not as hot as it was. 27, there you go. It's not as hot as it was the other day. Yesterday and Friday, but it's still pretty warm. Now saying it's going to rain on Tuesday, which will be nice to clear the air. On Tuesday, it's only going to be 19, so that'll be nice. To deuce, yes. Come on, Alcaraz. What am I feeding the fish? So in the pond there, they were very used to flake food, just ordinary goldfish flakes. But because of the size of them, I am slowly switching them over to a pellet food, which is better for pond fish. But because they're so used to the flakes, I'm currently giving them both, so that over time they get used to the new pellets. So Tori, I've realised that although my new garden furniture cushions are very light rain waterproof, they are not waterproof. Because last week when it rained very heavily and then for a short period of time, I didn't realise how wet the cushions were going to be, and I went and sat on them and they were soaked through. Luckily, they've all now dried out. So if there's going to be rain on Tuesday, I will be bringing the cushions in on Monday evening, so that I don't have to sit on wet cushions again. Jojo, you can ask a question. This afternoon has proved that I really don't know a huge amount about thyroids. I just know I have an underactive, so I very much doubt I'll be able to answer it, but other people might be able to. So if you have a question, please ask, and other people might be able to answer. There are 4 goldfish in there, and you only occasionally see all 4 at the same time, but I promise you there are 4 different ones in there. They were the 4 that I adopted when I moved here, and over time I will be getting more fish. But at the moment, there's only the 4 who were here when I moved here. And then I'll start getting some more once the pond has been established a bit longer. There you go, you see 3 there. Anyone who had thyroid out, is anyone on calcium medication as well as vitamin D? Jojo, I wouldn't be able to answer that because I've not had my thyroid out. So, yeah. I couldn't answer that one for you, sorry. Yes, I do, Kate, yes. I've actually got some new fish. I lost a few of the Serpae tetras. In fact, I lost all of them. So I waited a while to check that there wasn't a problem in the tank, which there wasn't. And I've now got some new blue tetras. Yes, I've got a Corydoras as well. Chloe, I saw. Thank you, darling. Have you sent me another one, Chloe? Is that a different Chloe? That might be a different Chloe. Oh, it's Elsie. Sorry, Elsie. I didn't read the name properly. Sorry, Elsie. On TikTok, Elsie, or on private message? Oh, wow, positive. You sent me an essay. Can I read that later, positive, or do you want me to read it now? Elsie, I'm guessing you've messaged me. Oh, Elsie, I'm sorry. Have I not accepted you on TikTok? Whoopsie. Let me do that now. Why on earth have I never accepted you in messages? Probably because I can't find it. Right, I need to search for your screen name. Right, bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to need to flip the iPad for a second, sorry. I can't read it, hold on. I am having real trouble finding you, Elsie. Why don't I just click follow back? Elsie, you need to accept me as a friend. That's why it's not coming up. Accept me as a friend on TikTok, Elsie. It's because you're not a friend and you're private. That's why I'm not... Well, I think that's why it's not coming through. Got it here, Elsie. I got it. Yeah, now we're friends. I've got it. Thanks, Elsie. It might just be a mistake, but I will keep an eye. Thank you, hon. Mods, if you're here, can you wave at me so I know who's here? Mods. If you're here as a mod, can you wave at me? There we go, you get to see and enjoy the fish. I'm not going to show you the actual fish tank at the moment, no. Because I'm not in that room. Yeah, I'm not in that room, so I'm not going to show you that at the moment, no. B is out in the garden, lying on the grass, and Luna is sat on top of her cage. Yes, the tropical one's inside. The fish in the pond are outside fish. Sorry guys, I'm just reading a couple of personal messages. I do apologise. I will be right back with you in a minute, I promise. It is really relaxing, isn't it? I'm glad people are enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying watching the fish and seeing how active they are and how happy they are. Joe, are you just talking, is that a few in relation to the tennis, Joe? I'm assuming it is. Yeah, thought so, just checking. I'm very glad he held his serve, and now he still needs to break back in the second. That went out. So between relaxing with the fish tank, well, the fish pond, I suppose it is a bit of a tank. In relaxing with the tank, watching the tennis and me talking about the tennis, and watching B lying on the grass chewing on a stick. I think that's a stick she's got and not a feather. B, what you got? Or is that another piece of slate? I'll tell you, the other thing she's taken to doing in the last few days is she's running around the garden. There's a lot of slate around the garden that was here before I moved in. No, it's a stick. Right. There's a lot of slate around the garden. She's been running around the garden grabbing bits of slate off of the flower beds around the garden, and bringing the bits of slate onto the grass and lying there and licking on them and chewing on them. No, I don't enjoy golf. No. I enjoyed watching the Gulf of Mexico when we went on Florida days to Florida, but I don't enjoy watching golf. I'm not a golf fan. I never have been. I don't understand it. Hey, Bee. Hello, darling. What's for dinner? Haven't even thought about it. I had a chicken, prawn and chorizo ready meal for lunch. Suppose I could have a ham and cheese toastie this evening. I haven't had one of them for a while, so I could have a ham and cheese toastie. Here she is. Hello, my darling. You come to say hello. Hello. Oh, face wash. Thank you very much. I don't need a face wash. Oi, 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 oi. Stop chewing my fingers. Fred, I always thought you were a troll. Now you've proved it. Bye-bye, Fred. Block. I gave you the benefit of the doubt for ages, Fred. But now you're being blocked. Bye-bye. I gave that Fred the benefit of the doubt for ages because they weren't always a pain. A 4 cheese toasty. Well, when I do a cheese toasty, I have 2 cheeses. I have cheddar and mozzarella. Now, B, although that's not as painful as it was on Friday night, it is still alright. Lying like that isn't too bad. So she just lay down on my leg again. The pond is actually from Amazon. Is that Linda or Lydia? Was that Lottie? Lotto? Lulu? I can't tell. Hold on. I'm to the tip the thing. Lulu. It's made by Hoselock. And at the moment, it's on a third off on Amazon. If you buy it elsewhere, it's $450. But at the moment, if they've still got stock, Amazon have it for $300. And it's brilliant for multiple reasons. Number one, you can see the fish. Number 2, it looks lovely in the evening, lit up with coloured lights. Number 3, you don't need to dig a hole. And number 4, it was really easy to put together. And then just fill it with water. Just put Hoselock Pond. Hoselock, Hoselock. Hoselock Pond. It's 500 litres. And you can either buy it with the pump or without the pump. I brought it without the pump and brought a bigger pump, which is a much better idea because you can never over filter a pond. And it also helps keep it cleaner longer if you've got a more powerful filter. Catherine, I've got a blood clot and cellulitis in my leg. Toxic Tree, thank you for the help me. Something tells me Sinner might be about to get the second set, which is not good. He's serving for the set. Not good. Come on, Alcaraz, this is the time to get another break. Come on. Yeah. Oh! Alright, Sinner deserved that point. Sinner deserved that point. I will say that. He deserved that point. That was good. I know me and Joe are watching the tennis. Is anybody else? Or are you lot just being updated by me? 15 all. Hayley, thank you for answering the questions. Thank you, Hayley. Why can't you see me? Because I'm showing everybody the pond. Because I can't show you the TV. I'm not allowed to show you the TV with the tennis. So I can keep you posted with the scores. And you can enjoy watching the pond and we can still chat. So I chose to buy the filter separately. You can choose to buy the filter that comes with a set. It does cost more if you buy it with the filter. But personally, I think it's worth spending a little bit more on a different, bigger filter that will do a better job keeping the pond clean longer term. That's my personal opinion. So I'm actually going to read the comments on my mobile because it's going to be easier, because I can't quite see all the iPad screen with it pointing at the pond. So I've joined the live on my mobile so I can read the comments better. Oh, set point for Sinner. Sorry, Angela. Sorry, I'm discussing the tennis. Yeah, mine's the 500 litre, yeah. It costs £300 or £299, and it is 500 litre, yeah. Hello, Sal, I'm alright, how are you? Positive, what questions have you got about the tennis? I'll see if I can answer any. It took, as a kid, so the 2 weeks of Wimbledon was known as my mum's holiday. When I was younger, it's still a bit of a joke in my family, but it's not so much as it was when we were younger. When we were younger, my mum used to really enjoy the 2 weeks of Wimbledon before the school holidays started. That was my mum's 2 weeks off to get ready for the school holidays. Zaki, sometime in the next month, probably. I've no idea, Lucy. No idea. It's already early evening, as it's 6 o'clock. I've no idea how late I'll stay on. Hayley, your mum used to watch Dallas. Okay, somewhere I have a photo of me sitting on the South Fork diving board at the South Fork Ranch when we went to Texas when I was about 8 or 9 years old. My dad was on a business trip for about 8 weeks, and we went as a family, and my mum homeschooled us for a few weeks, and we spent 8 or so weeks living in a hotel in Texas. My mum homeschooled us for some of it because we were in primary, and we were out of primary. It was before my brother went to secondary, and so we didn't escape schoolwork completely. My mum had some stuff with her, and we spent, I think it was either 8 or 10 weeks out there in total, but it was an 8-week business trip. I can't remember if we had a holiday as well. I can't totally remember. But at the weekends and things, we spent the weekends doing stuff around. We did things with the people my dad was working with at the place he was working. So with the Americans, we did stuff with the Americans my dad was working with. We spent a weekend on a horse ranch. So I spent a weekend on a horse ranch with massive, and I mean massive, horses. Somewhere I've got a photo of me on a pony, but I've also got a photo of me riding with a cowboy. Yes, a full-blown American cowboy. I've got a photo of me sat on a big, massive horse with a guy with a full-blown Stetson on. Don't ask me where the photos are. If I ever find them, I'll show you guys. Yeah, I've got some great memories of that, but they're only snippets. I don't remember loads of it, but I've got snippets of memory, and that is when I learned how to properly swim. That holiday. Before then, I was nervous about water, but it was on that holiday that I properly learned how to swim. Yeah, that's another memory of that holiday, properly learning how to swim. Hello, Moonchild. Oh yes, of course I can swim now, Peacemaker, yeah. I was either 8 or 9, I can't remember. I have to ask my parents if they can remember what year that was. I can't remember if it was 82 or 83. Would I ever go back? Do you mean to America? I'd love to go to America sometime, but bearing in mind I don't fly because I don't like it, and also now I can't really fly because of my health. Yeah. Guys, looking at the chat on my phone, it tells me this live got 314 more likes in the last 5 minutes. Guys, how many likes can you do in 5 minutes? Can you tap the screen like crazy and we'll see how many likes we can get in 5 minutes? Can you tap the screen like crazy? Is that you, Hayley? Thank you. Oh, Yorkshire, I hope you have a lovely time. Lauren, thank you for the heart me. Are you guys enjoying watching the fish? Swimming in and out of the picture and the window every now and then. Bear with me a second, I'm just going to try and do something. Right. Bear with me. Is it that one? Go back. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm trying to change the box layout. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Right. Here you go, guys. You can see B lying next to my leg. Yes, there are cruises to America. I'd love to cruise to America sometime in the future. And that's my plan at some point in the future. But it's not going to be anytime soon. Hayley, I would love to do a Disney cruise one day. But Disney is way expensive for cruises. Way expensive. I'm just trying to get that more square in the picture, guys. Sorry. That's better. Well, pacemaker, my plan in the future is to go and spend a month or more in America. So I would cruise over. I would spend a month or more in America visiting places, visiting friends, all sorts of things. And then I'd cruise back again. I've got friends, I've got family in America. So that would be my plan in the future at some point, to do a cruise over and spend time over there. So not just go on a cruise, but go on a cruise to America, spend a month or more sightseeing, visiting people I know, visiting family, before coming back again. Look how relaxed Bee is. Look at her. Look at that sweet little face. Oh, doesn't she look adorable? $13,417 likes in the last 5 minutes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. 13,000 likes in the last 5 minutes. Yay! Keep going, guys. Keep tapping. Just keep tapping. Just keep tapping. Tapping, tapping. What do? We tap, tap. La, 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 la. Yes, that's Bee. Yes, that's my little busy bee, who's not very busy at the moment. She does look very chilled, doesn't she? Just adjusting the phone stand. There we go. Sleepy, very definitely relaxed. Oh yeah, it's alright. Oh, sorry. That was a leave me alone, Mum. Oh. Well, the third set seems to be going with serve. Well, we know this final is going to be 5 sets. We know that. Well, actually, we don't. It's going to be at least 4 sets. Probably 5 sets. How chilled out is she? Hey? How chilled out is she looking? Very relaxed. You're ready for bed, Hayley? Do you want to curl up with B? Actually, this morning, for the first time in ages, and probably only the second or third time ever, B actually came and slept in my bed for a while with me. So this morning I got up about 8:30 and took her out to the garden, as I do fairly regularly when I wake up around sometime between 7 and 8. I quite regularly get her up as well, go in the garden with her. We both go to the loo, and then I go back to bed. But normally I put B back in her cot, normally, and she goes back to sleep on her own. But I admit this morning I fancied a cuddle, and so she came and joined me in bed, and we had a lovely cuddle. And then eventually we both fell asleep, but she wandered down the bed more, and at one point she was curled up just between my feet. I could think of better places to be curled up, but she chose to curl up by my feet. So, yes, she obviously likes my cheesy feet. Hello, Luna, my darling. Luna's just flown over to me and said hello. Luna's got some lovely new tail feathers showing off, haven't you? Yeah, I don't know if Rebecca noticed that yesterday. But you've got a lovely new tail feather there, haven't you? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's grown quick, hasn't it? Well, that's grown very quick. Oh, that's very nice, Luna. How many tail feathers have you got at the moment? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's another one. Oh, you are growing some new tail feathers at the moment. I wonder if that means you're going to drop a few. Yeah, she got 3 little tail feathers coming in. Now, she dropped 1 tail feather last week, but lots of new ones means she might be shedding half her tail at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's count that again. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, you must have dropped a couple hour more that I haven't realised, because that's her normal number. That is 12 is her normal number. So she must have dropped a couple that... I wonder if she dropped one at Rebecca's yesterday. She might have dropped one at Rebecca's yesterday. It doesn't matter. She might have dropped one at Rebecca's yesterday. I didn't realise. Doesn't matter. Yes, Maya. So Luna did land in the pond the other week. She was so interested in trying to get in the pond that, yes, she did actually jump in the pond. She jumped straight out again. I think she thought there was a shallow bottom, as in I think she didn't realise how deep it was, because she does like water. And as soon as she landed on the top, she was out again. It was so fast. But yeah, she misjudged it was deep. And she was out as soon as she was in. She was out again. She won't do that again either. She won't do it a second time. Now she knows it's deep. She won't go in it a second time. Thank you, Nikki, for the tennis love. Thank you very much, Nikki. And thank you for the heart me as well. Pacemaker, I don't really want to battle. I'm not a huge battler. I'm not anymore. I mean, back ages ago, I used to battle because I was encouraged to a lot by other people. But Yes, I like to earn money. Who doesn't like to earn some money? But I'm not interested in the big money. I'm not interested in big numbers. I know some people are, but I'm not. I'm happy earning £10, £20 a day. Quite happy. I don't earn very much at all on the app, and I'm still happy with that. Yes, I am still with innovation. Yes. Hello, another foolish mortal. Yes, I'm still with innovation. Oh, Charlotte and Catherine have got matching fans at Wimbledon. I wonder if they're actually Wimbledon fans. Ouch! That's not how you do it, Alcaraz. That's not how you do it. Katie, it's lovely and peaceful, isn't it? If you are enjoying watching the fish pond and hearing me chat, if you are enjoying it, guys, I'm not asking for gifts, but if you can tap the screen and like the live, that would be very appreciated. Yeah, I saw Joe. Like this one. Yes. Come on. Keep it going. Out! Even I could see that was out. I've never understood how they can tell the difference in a ball. You know, when they take 4 tennis balls, like Alcaraz has just done, and they feel them, it's like, how do you know what's wrong with a ball? Maybe it's the feel of it. I've no idea, but it's like, I just don't understand how they can tell if there's something right or wrong with the ball. I saw a video on, I think it was either the BBC Facebook. Sorry, not Facebook, TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. I love TikTok Shop. It was either the BBC TikTok page or it was the Wimbledon TikTok page. And they were talking about how back in the early days of television tennis, the balls were all white. And for years, they stayed white and they were difficult to see. So somebody came up with the idea of the yellow tennis ball as we know it today. And that's how we got the yellow tennis ball, because it's so much easier to see on the TV screen. But Wimbledon, the only televised tournament, kept the white balls for a while. I can't remember how long they kept the white balls, but it was a while. And the video explained the history of why they didn't, how they did it and everything. It was fascinating to listen to, but I can't remember if it was the Wimbledon page or the BBC News page. You just rejoined, Tootsie, yes. Yes, Becca, this is my decking for my pond. And B curled up on my footstool next to my leg. And B just chilling out, and you've got B on this camera here. Hello! Just to prove I am here as well. You've got the A cam, which is the pond. Oh no, you've got the P cam for the pond, and you've got the B cam for B. I wonder if I should set up an L cam for Luna. Woo! There's Luna. Hello, everybody. Well, Sean, they're not for a barbecue, so yeah, you're not having them with chips, or you're not having them at all. You have to go fishing for them. They might be a bit tough as well. They're about 8 years old, so I'm not sure they'd be that enjoyable. They're probably a bit tough and a bit scaly. Ooh, my phone's going. 1 second, guys. Hi, Mum. I'm on TikTok. I am, but I'm also on TikTok. Okay, I'll have a quick look. I'll talk to you later. Is that all right? Okay. Oh, I've got it on. I'm watching it, and we're chatting about it on my TikTok. Talk to you later. Bye. Right. Oh, this stinks. Sorry, guys. Somebody's just sent me a message. So, I want to read this post to you. This is Jellycat. Now, I'm seriously thinking about stopping my Jellycat collection. And this is the reason why. Okay? I'm going to share the post. So, I've just reposted it on my other... I've just realised I've shared it on my other account. So if you go over to my backup account, you'll see that I've just shared it. But this is a post that's been made by Jellycat themselves. Independent shops are, and always will be, special part of the Jellycat journey. We know how much you enjoy the unique experience that they offer, and we would never want that to stop. Today, there are over 1,200 independent stores across the UK stocking Jellycat. Unfortunately, we're not able to support every shop that wants to stock our products, and after very careful consideration, we recently reviewed our relationship with around 100 stores. We're grateful for their historic support and wish them the best for the future. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is I know a stockist of Jellycat. I'm not saying where, I'm not saying who. I know a stockist of Jellycat who are struggling to get more stock. They've been promised stock by Jellycat, and they've been promised, and they've been promised, and they've been promised, and they never get new stock. Because stock is low at Jellycat. Yet Jellycat are providing people like Selfridges with thousands upon thousands of pieces. And then Jellycat are opening their own massive Jellycat shop in places like Birmingham. Now, for Jellycat to do a post like this saying independent shops are and always will be a special part of the Jellycat journey, you know, to me, that stinks. Because in talking to small independent retailers who rely on their customers buying Jellycats, some of them to survive, the fact that Jellycat behave like this and do what they do absolutely stinks. Because of the way, I know I've spoken to retailers for Jellycat who literally say they can't get the stock. And like I said, I'm not going to say who and I'm not going to say where, but literally they can't get stuff. Their waiting list for stuff is ridiculous. And they've been told, oh, you're not, they've actually been told this year, you're not going to get another delivery until your Christmas delivery in November. So they've had a delivery back in April and they're not going to get another delivery till November. How many months is that? May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months with no deliveries. It's like independent retailers are being pushed out for the sake of some of the big retailers like Selfridges. Because, oh, it's good to be in with the big boys, you know, Selfridges. But yet then neglecting their independent retailers who've got them where they are. And then here it says we're dropping 100 independents because we're not able to support every shop that wants stock. Well, surely you'd close down somewhere like Selfridges that have got the stock of about 100 shops. Oh, yeah, they can't possibly close down their Selfridges department because that's where all the tourists go. It's like they don't care about the small businesses. They just want the money in. And that to me sucks. It really does. Because they're letting down their loyal customers and their loyal shops. That's just how I feel about Jellycats at the moment. And for that, and also all these fakes that are on TikTok. All these fakes that are being sold on TikTok. I don't know why they're allowing it. I really don't. I think it's disgusting. I mean, yes, I have one TikTok shop. I have one TikTok shop, Jellycat, because at the time I didn't realise how big a problem it was going to become. Lola, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting fish and chips. There's nothing wrong with that, Lola. But what gets me is how much effort Jellycats have put into making Selfridges absolutely amazing. Yet they're neglecting the small independents that have sold them for so long. That's what gets me. What do you guys think? And then for them to post that on TikTok. for them to do a post like that. Exactly. Selfridges doesn't need the extra customs and everything. Kimberly, I'm talking to everybody. Well, that's the thing, G. They're not going with who puts in the most orders, because they're going with the big boys, i.e. Selfridges, rather than helping the independents who rely on them. I will never buy a Jellycat from Selfridges again. I went in there and was disgusted, not only by the prices, I was disgusted by how much stock they've got. Exactly, Hayley. I only buy from small boutique shops. I will never buy a Jellycat from somewhere like Selfridges, and I never have, I'm proud to say. And I will never buy a teddy bear like a Charlie Bear or a Jellycat or anything like that from the big retailers, because I just think it's ridiculous. Lauren, I don't disagree with you, it's business. But the other way of looking at it, Lauren, small independents who've got them where they are and got Jellycat popular are the ones who built the Jellycat brand for them. Yet now they want to ditch those to make their own boutiques. So the big boutique Jellycat shops that have appeared in places like Birmingham, those are run by Jellycat. And look at all the stock they've got. But yeah, there'll be independent shops in Birmingham who can't get the stock. Actually, I tell a lie. I apologise. I've just realised I've told a lie. I did buy a Jellycat when I went to Selfridges. I bought B's Jellycat Rattle. So I apologise. I've just realised I've just told a lie. So I apologise. I brought B's first Jellycat Rattle in Selfridges because I'd never seen the baby range before. Thank you, Jordan. These are the fish that I adopted when I moved here in November. See how I adopted these fish? These were the ones who were in that tiny pond. And they are now so much happier in this pond. This pond is about 6 or 7 times the size of the tiny little pond they were in. Oh, how did I get on at the hospital? So Rachel, I have a DVT or blood clot, depending on whatever you want to call it, and cellulitis. And apparently I have a brain as well. Apparently they did find something in my head called a brain. No, it's the water from my pond. It's 4-all in the third. It's 4 games all in the third set. Is the third set going to go to a tiebreaker? Joe, are you still watching the tennis? Right, it is 6:30, and I'm thinking about going and getting myself some tea. So I'm going to go and get myself my toasted cheese sandwich, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the tennis. Will I be back on this evening? I have no idea, before anybody asks. But I do hope people have enjoyed this live. It's been lovely and relaxing. It's been lovely to sit and chat. It's not Joe, is it? He's definitely lacking that something. He's doing all right, but he's lacking that something. He almost needs to give himself a good talking to. Do you remember the days of Andy Murray giving himself a good talking to? Do you remember that? How am I? Phoebe, I'm better than I was. Thank you for asking. I'm better than I was on Friday. That is for absolute definite. Yeah, the talkings too that Andy Murray used to give himself. Especially between in end changes. During those end changes, he'd give himself a good talking to, wouldn't he? Right, everyone. I don't know if I'll be back on later. I'll see how the evening goes and what I feel like. Whether I want to come back on or not. So I will talk to you all soon, guys. Thank you so much for being here for the last couple of hours. I hope you've all enjoyed it. And thank you for your support and love. And I will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.